All right, and welcome everyone. Sorry for the short delay there. Tonight here on week 4, we have No Fear Esports versus Recon 5. I am your play-by-play caster, ZZZFB.
Yeah, and I'm your color. I'm Rebel Fox.
And we're going to be skipping the pro draft here tonight, and we're going to be taking a look directly at these bans here in Champ Select. So we already see the Azir, Kiana, and Aatrox picked out.
All mostly targeted bans. Also very good champions in their own right. Specifically the Sindelian and the Kiana. He's been playing it. Aatrox is one they like to flex around a little bit. And then, of course, Azir, Morgana, both strong picks. So happy to see a lot of this taken off the board.
Yeah, really taking away a lot of just kind of those pressure picks that have been really relevant in a few months here. Same with the Sivir as well. Now it's going to be taken out there. Does look like we will be seeing a Gnar in the top side playing by Warhog.
Yeah, interesting. So this isn't first pick necessarily. This is just what they're going for. Okay, so they have Karma. Tanzo played Karma in all 3 games of their previous series, so it's not shocking to see that. Trundle coming out for Dark Cat, so that would just mean that's just comfort for him. It must be something that's super comfortable. Try to get him in the best state of mind because, of course, he is a substitute for Moody today.
Other than that, though, the Trundle will work out here, especially we do see a bit more of those tankier picks coming from the side of No Fear. Other than that,
Sejuani, that's just a straight counter pick. That's what I'm assuming this is.
Yeah, Sejuani. So Trundle, very good in the correct setup here for the jungle right now, especially with Sejuani coming out. Syndra going to be the mid laner, though, for No Fear.
Interesting. So, okay, so this picks last season, basically every. Now there's a little bit more flexibility because the Aatrox priority, Kiana's priority, that kind of stuff. So this just must be a counter pick. They must have thought, okay, Syndra goes into Zoe very, just must be thinking ahead at least a little bit in this case.
Other than that, though, finishing up these bans here, we see the Ezreal and Corki, as well as the Renekton, surprisingly.
Yeah, interesting. And again, remember, we don't know what bans they came in because, of course, they did pro draft, so they're just drafting directly for the position. Both teams still need their bot lane, so the question is, like, what are they taking in their bot lane positions?
I can tell you that the bot lane is, in fact, taking Smite, though, for Recon 5 here on Ashe. Very interesting strategy to see.
It's not locked in necessarily at the moment. Okay, Caitlyn. Wouldn't shock me to see Lux or Yuumi here. Okay. I'm guessing the opposite went to the other side because neither one is banned out. So I'm guessing this is Ashe Lux versus the Caitlyn Yuumi.
Yep. Ashe Lux versus Caitlyn Yuumi.
I like the opposite matchup personally better. I like Yuumi and Ashe, and I like Lux and Caitlyn better together, but it just must have been a priority thing, trying to get Yuumi away from Boom Hunter. We know he's a super good Yuumi, so wouldn't be shocked to know that that was probably priority for this team.
Other than that, we can take a second to go through each of these lane matchups now that we do know them into their complete virility. Gnar versus Karma going to be the first matchup, especially with Tanzo on that Karma pick.
Yeah, I want to see whether Gnar actually decides to go for this cleanse teleport. I don't know why he would do that unless he were running Unsealed Spellbook. So it's possible. I don't know why he would take the cleanse. I don't think it's that necessary of a spell into the Karma, but certainly it helps with the a couple of the different just the binding basically from the Karma, and then of course you have Zoe Bubble, you have Ashe Arrow, Lux Binding, things that can prevent the Gnar from going in. So maybe he's just trying to think forward a little bit.
I will say, though, Cleanse does seem to be the chosen skill here for the night. Oh, Gnar just barely switches that out. He's going to be running Teleport instead. I was a little concerned, but Syndra and Caitlyn, though, on that last point there, are going to be running Cleanse at a bit more understandable rate.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me to see the cleanse on something like the Caitlyn. I think Teleport's always better in the bot lane, but certainly with the Zoe Bubble, with the Asher, the number of ways they can pick off Caitlyn, even with a Yuumi on top of her, certainly is quite high, although I would have preferred to see a teleport Caitlyn with like a Mikhail's rush here from the Yuumi. I think maybe Gosu just isn't comfortable enough to change the build-up that much. But yeah, both sides with some decent CC protection. Zoe, obviously, Sindelian opting for that as well into the Syndra and the Sejuani, trying not to get ganked very much.
I will say that item does go missing, and it's not really touched on quite a lot, but it has so much potential, and a lot of supports tend to avoid it, and it does not have quite the gold efficiency that you would want out of a support item. But if you're going to be opting for that cleanse in a meta where teleport does work out in the favor, it is surprising not to see Muchagosu run for that.
Yeah, especially with like teleport synergy with the Yuumi like thing. So like Yuumi can attach, teleport somewhere, and then obviously you still have a cleanse in the form of the Mikhail's. Mikhail's also has like it's the only item in the game that gives you 40% bonus healing and shielding, as opposed to like 30% from the rest of the items built out of that like fairy charm upgrade. So it's super, super good for enchanters to buy. It's not mega item efficient in terms of the rest of the stats it brings, but in terms of the passives and the uses of it, it's invaluable in items. So I think it is worthwhile buying, especially on someone like Yumi. But certainly, if she wants the double protection, trying to get this cleanse out, far be it from me to try to criticize that.
Other than that, though, I want to ask you, who are we going to be looking at here tonight from both these teams?
So they have 2 supports on the side of Recon 5. Last week, they ran 3 supports across 3 lanes with the Morgana in the mid lane. So I like the idea that they gave a little bit more of a damage option here to Sindillion, something more comfortable. I think it breaks down to how well does Nuez play into Dark Cat. This is a skill matchup that goes the way of Nuez. He's a diamond player. Dark Cat's a plat player. Also, Rikiri, very, very good ADC, has the poke advantage into the Ash lane. So I'm curious to see how kind of some of these matchups go. Pure 5v5 team fight, I do think that No Fear has distinct advantage with the Gnar, with the Sejuani, with the Syndra, but across the lanes, across the individual strengths, things like the Ashe, the Zoe, this pit composition, this siege composition designed from Recon 5 is very strong, and I'm going to lean their way today.
I'd be curious to see how Recon 5 pulls out. I do have to say this team has shown a bit of faults in these last couple weeks, finally
Mhm.
becoming the Slade team, of course, and actually taking out one of their first losses. So I'm curious to see how they're going to be starting to hold up. On the other hand, No Fear Esports has a lot to gain here, currently 1-2 in the standings, and I'm interested to see if they're going to be able to pull this all together as we get into game one. But we are going to be going to a short spectator delay, so stay tuned. All right, and we are hot back into game one here of No Fear Esports versus Recon 5. We didn't have a lot of time to touch on these two teams' comps, but we did hear apparently that Rebel Fox has a big little fandom for Recon 5, apparently. I don't quite like that. A little
What'd
bit of
you say?
unbiased is necessary.
What?
I'm just saying, you picked Recon 5 to win tonight.
I did. I'm not allowed to make a decision on who wins.
I don't think you are. I don't think you are,
I'm
Rebel.
not allowed to make a decision. Okay, this is an interesting invade. So they only brought 4 people here because they wanted Sindillion to bait out the fact that they're not here. Yumi is late to lane. So
Oh,
they actually might catch her if they stay in this bush long enough. Oh man.
oh.
Oh
Yumi
no!
does pick it up. I
Such
feel
a
like
shame.
the late coming to lane worked out so well by accident. Oh, Dark Cat
Way too
stepping
far.
up.
Yeah,
Not quite. What a
that's
shame, but yeah, looking at the vision on that red side there now.
could have been decent. They get a good ward down to make sure they get enough pathing. Oh, get him! Let's go, Tanzo. Immediate start to the game with an alt Q. Big damage everywhere on the map.
Look at that, look at that. Big damage. Only
Big damage.
50 damage to Rikiri here. Looking a little painful.
Yeah, we got a gold lead. Yumi got an auto attack off that right there. Boom, 22 gold. Easy.
Other than that, though, we're seeing blue side start for both sides here, I believe.
So Juani's actually starting the wolf camp on her own. So I'm curious to see what kind of pathing she wants to take. If she wants to go solo wolves into the top side of the map. You usually do that when you want to like more healthy clear. It's slower, but into Trundle, I think it works pretty well, and it also keeps you pretty protected against the Trundle specifically. So obviously, I think that Nuez maybe wants to try to gank towards the top side and punish the Karma pick in this one.
Speaking of a gank, look at Dark Cat here making his way in this Tribush, and he's going to take advantage of the apparent pathing of Nuez here, and he's going to be going straight for that red buff. I'd love to see the mirroring happen here for Nuez. I don't know if he's got the thought process yet.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
Good trap in the bot lane. Boom Hunter has to flash to get out.
Really, really good job. Again, that's a rush to level 2. They just lose that rush because, of course, Lux and Ashe, they don't have much wave clear outside of just some AoE abilities. And it looked like Boom Hunter started his Q. Yeah, Boom Hunter started the Q, so he didn't actually have the AoE ability to push out the wave, so they just get caught there. I also think Dark Cat was caught out on the ward that was put down, so they know. Yeah, Sejuani wasn't able to go for the red until he spotted him going down to these Krugs, so she's going to be able to counter juggle the opposite side. If he had stuck up at the red, I don't think she actually saw him on that ward.
Well, I do think he is trying to make an apparent move here in the bot lane, just barely hovering there. Ooh, Boom Hunter is going to be able to get the root down with the E. Dark Cat going in, launching forward here. The E comes through pillar. Has back up. No, he flashes forward for the first blood!
That was mean.
Oh!
Dark Cat. Where is this?
Cat.
That was great. That was a great bait right there. All he did was he just started walking away, and then it looked like Rikiri wanted to harass him on the way back out. He just immediately flash auto, and then Q cancels for a little more damage. Fantastic work right there. Again, he's plat 1. He's the lowest ELO player in this game, and he just made a statement against Brett Perry.
I think he's going to be something to watch here, but look at the stun in the mid lane on Cedillion, just taking that damage. God, I was almost looking for maybe the flash, but he just walks out, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. Syndra didn't have a ton more mana. I think the W had already been used, so there was nothing left to harass with. So if you flash after them, you have to basically auto attack that Zoe to death. And the bubble, like the threat of the bubble, is there, so she gets hit with that bubble and doesn't kill Cendillion in that time. Like she just dies for that. She might die for it anyway.
Speaking of dying for it, Dark Cat looking to go in. Nuez is apparently there this time, but wow, such an aggressive style of pathing here from Dark Cat. He was in that red side jungle for that entire time.
Yeah, he actually pushed out I think, I don't know, is it Re10 or is it Relo? I don't know how to say that name. But certainly he pushed him back far enough so that the wave wasn't collapsed under tower before Cendillion gets back. So Cendillion gets most of that wave.
Warhawk going for a big stun on Tanzo here right near tower. Oh, he's going to be countered back with the Q, taking him down to half health. Not quite the kill, but Tanzo is applying that pressure. Oh, bot lane.
Re10. Okay, I'm just making sure. So it is Re10. Yeah, Boom Hunter's actually getting abuse on this Lux pick. It looks like Gosu's just able to hit him with every single ability. The other thing I want to mention, this Comet Ashe build isn't necessarily an early game build. In fact, it's the opposite of an early game build. The whole idea is you want to buy 2 items. You want Trinity Force, Essence Reaver, so that you get 40% cooldown as fast as possible. It makes you a really, really dangerous utility support. And at 4 or 5 items, you're not really sacrificing the crit that you normally would with something more like a Bork and a Runance. Cendillion's just after him, isn't he?
Cendillion, apparent exhaust in the mid lane.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just running at him and auto attacking.
I know, I like that. It's a little bit of the aggressive Zoe playstyle. You're not going to let up too much of an offense there if you're just constantly autoing your way through them.
That you aren't. Darkhat's actually back on the bottom side again, in the red side of his opposing jungler.
But Darkhat isn't the one to look out for. Good root on Nuez. Not going to be able to come through. Just looking at Darkhat and Sindillion now pathing their way down. Just barely making the move. We do see Darkhat launch himself here on Nuez. The bump comes through. He's not quite going to be making that play. See the pillar. He has to flash a law, but now the double root on both of the bot lane. Rikiri and Muchagosu taken so low. Darkhat picks up kill. Sindillion finishes it off.
Yeah, perfect roam there. Just barely missed the Q onto the two of them, but still able to pick up those kills. Well played by everybody. Darkhat, again, he looped around that backside, really aggressive jungle pathing, gets him there for the counter gank, and then Sindillion just follows it up. More aggression here from the bot lane. Yuki Bunny just able to chip away at this tower little by little.
Oh my, Nuez not getting a breath of fresh air there. Has to come defend this now.
Yeah. Gonna lose second tower play. Yeah, Yuki Bunny takes that one shot. Oh, there it is. Okay, 80 gold. Nice job.
Other than that, though, we will be seeing first Drake go to the side of Recon 5 here.
Yeah, really clean plays across the map. And give a lot of props here to Darkhat because he made a lot of this work really well with a couple of these ganks, a couple of pillars. Just doing a great job right now. Again, like I said, he's the low ELO. He's the substitute today. You would expect for No Fear to come out and try to bully him because he's the one that isn't kind of meshed with the team. And he's the one making a lot of plays right now.
Look at that. Great pathing by Darkhat. Going to be sending Sindillion to the front lines with a perfect little blue buff. And he's just controlling not only the aggressive portions of the game, but just the general pathing working so well for the side of Recon. It's impressive. That's all to say, truly.
Yeah. You can also see a lot of, like, just general gameplay. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I was about to say, Sindillion taking big chunk of damage there.
Actually, we're just looking for a reset because he did get the kill and the assist, so I think just Darkhat's here to prevent this from happening.
Yeah, Darkhat doesn't have 6 yet, going against a level 7 310.
Still, yeah, like I said, I don't think he was there to fight. I think he just wanted to push out Re-10 to make sure Sindillion had a decent back timing. Yeah, Wave's not going to be pushed in. This is phenomenal play. Again, Darkhat is
Darkhat going in on Warhawk here. The red smite comes down. Tanzo not quite going to get that root. The pillar coming through to see if they can protect Tanzo. He's just trying to get away. Nuez does hit the W now on him. Ooh, just barely. So Tanzo wants the Q. He does do damage to Warhawk. He's not going to be taken out just yet. Barely getting out of that one. Ooh, the back comes through for Re-10. Nuez is all alone now. Darkhat going in so hard. Stun coming through. 8 damage with the slow. Nuez trying to get away. He walks. Oh, does not get the fruit. Ooh, good Q. Tanzo is going to be picking up, going up. The TP coming through now from Warhawk. Full health. Darkhat going to go through the bubble. It misses. Q also misses from the flash. Warhawk turns around, is going to be able to auto just barely. We do have Re-10 to finish up, and now they look at Tanzo. Is he going to be able to make it out? Just barely. No! Warhawk with the rock. Sends him to the grave. Ooh, Sindillion here just fancying it out. We do see Final Spark come through, taking Re-10 down to half health. Can Sindillion finish the job? The Q comes through. We do see Warhawk absolutely massive Gnar ult. Oh, he's just barely going to get out, and that does look like No Fear make it out of this fight. Just barely.
Yeah, just damage constantly coming back and forth. That all started off with like a 4v2 in the top lane between Darkus and Tanzo, and somehow they were able to find a kill, I believe, on a Nuez there at some point, but just got a little overextended, got pushed by Re-10, and he was able to clean up the fight, basically. So, well done so far. Sindillion's having trouble hitting the bubbles right now. His roams have been really good. He's been clean basically everywhere else, but certainly the bubbles have been a little bit off, so hopefully he can start cleaning those up and start taking some more fights.
I do agree with you on that. Oh, good damage from Cindy, but the stun does come through. We do see Glacial Prism missed! Nuez now has to respond to the massive man that is Darkhat coming straight through here. The autos are chunking through. The W comes down. He's speeding along. Flash! Darkhat gets the slay. Ooh, ace in the hole, though. Rikiri with an amazing snipe.
Yeah, really good roam up there from Rikiri. I thought that they had the time to put the trundle in place.
Speaking of Rikiri here, the auto attacks are coming down. Final chapter going to go for the root on Darkhat. He goes for the stopwatch. Final spark coming through to keep the spacing. The root coming down. Maybe it's going to be enough. Darkhat does take down Rikiri. Ooh, Enchanted Arrow misses. Ooh, top side. Gnar ult coming down onto Tanzo here. He's going to be taking damage, but the tower is his refuge.
Yeah. Doesn't have the ult up quite yet, but when he has that ult W, it should be back. But
All right, hold on. Let's rewind this one back to that mid lane fight real quick. That was absolutely absurd. Amazing plays from Dark Cat to come in there, not only taking out Nuez, but also Rikiri.
yeah, literally the one thing that he could have done a little better is if he blocks that, like, you know, the 50 caliber, or no, I didn't say 50 caliber net, I'm crazy. It's ace in the hole.
Ace in the hole.
Yeah, ace in the hole from the Caitlyn. He blocks that onto Sindillion. They might walk out of the fight with 0 deaths and like 2 kills, especially onto the Caitlyn. Like, I don't know how he's playing on a nice edge right now and just getting away with everything, but it's working for him. Literally, just that heal also from Boom Hunter barely kept him alive long enough just to keep it going.
Beautiful cue from Sindillion there. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. He's a good
Okay.
shot. I just think we need to see him hit a bubble. I don't think I've seen him hit a single bubble this game.
A bubble has not come through quite yet, as of course Re10 still has the cleanse up ready to wait for it too.
Haven't needed it yet for the most part. Again, mostly Dark Cat has just kind of been sitting around the mid lane waiting for something to happen somewhere so he can respond. He's doing a good job of it. He's building tank 2, not going into an aggressive build. I gotta respect him.
Dragon is coming up here. Dark Cat flexing in that positioning.
Oh. The other good thing is if he is able to get a good pillar onto the Caitlyn, he can prevent the Caitlyn and the Yuumi from escaping, or just make the Yuumi bail away from the Caitlyn so that she doesn't also get caught. It's pretty unique. It's something that, like, people that generate terrain are really good into Yuumi because they have to either make her bail or they go down. Basically, Yuumi dies alongside the ADC that gets caught there. So it's just a lose-lose situation for the Yuumi.
Other than that, we do see Dragon getting started up here. Nuez coming around the side with the attached Yuumi. Bubble does hit for once. Not quite a good positioning to capitalize off it, but that is our first bubble, I believe.
Actually stalls Nuez out enough to prevent him from going in on the Dragon. I think it resets the pit. Nars here, but yeah, no TP from Tanzo means he gets free time in the top lane.
Woo!
And another bubble!
Another bubble! Capitalizing, getting that Q, but turning our attention to Dragon here. It looks like we're gonna see No Fear eSports start this one up. Boom Hunter not quite, doesn't want to get that poke coming through. Nuez taking a big chunk of damage. The vision is out here now. Final Spark pairing with the big Final Enchanted Arrow. The Dragon is going to go down. We do see Final Champion in this backline as we do see Muchagosu come through here. We're going to see Yuki Bunny get taken down as Dark Cat is looking to capitalize here. Warhog coming down straight through the Gnarl and jumps on top. It's not going to be enough. Goes down as well. Ace in the hole straight on the Boom Hunter here. Now he is looking to get out. We do see the net coming through as Rikiri's just barely chasing his way after him.
Yeah. Fortunately, they were able to find this play where Tanzo was not able to respond because his TP wasn't up, and he just got roamed on. Warhog was able to go down there. I think it was too hard of a teammate from...
Boom Hunter, get the execute!
Oh, no, the smite! Oh.
Oh, Nuez picking up the kill on Boom Hunter there. That's first death of the game.
Yeah, pretty sad. Again, I think Recon 5 got a little over-aggressive. I don't think they needed to try to contest that Dragon. They already were equalized with one Infernal Drake, and they knew the whole team was there. All they had to do was kind of make sure that Tanzo was able to get time.
Warhog! Good route there from Tanzo, but other than that, Warhog is looking meaty.
Yeah, just no fear. Funny enough, no fear on this Gnar pick. Yeah, it wasn't intentional. It wasn't intentional. Okay, I wasn't intending to make that joke. It slipped out by accident. All right.
Dark Cat though clearing the vision up here on the side of Shelly. Yeah, Shelly. That's its name. Anyways, other than that, Sindillion making his way here with Dark Cat maybe into this mid lane. He's gonna be stepping up. Oh, gonna get spotted out, but he does take out the ward.
Alright. Just a little bit, there's still pressure all around the map here from Recon 5. They still have the 2,000 gold lead, but it feels so much right now that, like, just the fights, the skirmishes are just being played out cleaner by No Fear at the moment. Maybe they're just more willing to commit to it, like, more people coming.
Bubble is coming down. Cleanse is nowhere to be seen. Enchanted Arrow as well. Final Spark. Sindillion's gonna get the kill here, but that was an aggressive move by the side of Recon, and now Nuez is just barely hugging his way through this tower. Gonna be looking to probably get out here just barely. Does go over the wall, but the tower goes down as well. Ace in the hole from Rikiri. Tanzo Mound looking to make a shake. Final chapter coming through. The root is gonna go down, and now the trap as well. Tanzo has to flash to get out.
Yeah. Again, that's kind of the strength of this composition right here.
Wait a second. Nuez, good flash through the pillar. Dark Cat is in trouble. Gets taken out as well.
Yeah, we're going to see. Sandillion still able to zone. His bubble's still just not finding the targets when it needs to at the moment. Yeah, they should be fine to just break here. They have a 3,000. Oh, nice chunk.
Good Q. I mean, Sandillion hits it sometimes.
They have a full health Ashe, so they should be able to contest this Rift Tail, especially with the Lux and with the Zoe basically also at full health. They have plenty of room to work with. They just need to be able to find the right time to go in.
Sandillion gonna get hit quite big there. Gnar flashes forward to get the Tanzo out on his backline. Stun coming through on both of them. It's gonna be a double kill. Now Warhog and Re10 looking to go through here. The flash has to come out from Yuki.
Yeah.
Oh, final spark. Barely missing there.
Yeah, Warhog's putting the team on his back right now, but all of these skirmishes have just been going their way because he's around. He's the one, kind of in every big major fight. Re10 also getting quite a bit of gold in the Cinder. It's just impossible for the Zoe to jump in safely because if she, goes in and gets hit by the stun, she dies. So.
Absolutely amazing Rift Herald canceled by the enchanted arrow onto Nuez. That is out of the game.
All right, you can say it was absolutely nuts. It was very, very good. It was well played there by Yuki Bunny, but he was sitting on a ward trying to put it down. Whoa. I think it's just disrespect by Nuez more than anything.
Good reaction timing is better than anything with a wonderful arrow pair.
Yeah. I mean, he could have let it go down and they would have lost that mid tower, or at least gotten a lot of pressure on the mid tower put down, especially in the second one. Yeah, like I said, good reaction by Yuki Bunny, just able to throw that ultimate now. The whole purpose of this build is cooldown reduction. He wants to be able to throw out more ultimates. That's what it's for. Glad he does.
As I say, Rebel, give him a break. Yuki did something amazing here.
He did great work. He did. Okay, don't take this as a negative.
Criticizing.
I expect this level of play from Yuki Bunny. That's why I'm not hyped about it.
You know what level of play I expect? Dark Cat here onto Re10. The stun comes through. Nuez maybe looking to make a follow-up. Tower's gonna go down. Whew. Any second a massive fight could break out, gonna be honest.
Just across the map, yeah. I see Tanzo also. He finished the Iceborne, which is fine, and then he's going into Athenes, which isn't a terrible build path, but it doesn't help him against the Gnar super heavily, especially if this Gnar wants to build Wit's End, because then in the side lane, I don't think Tanzo ever actually wins that matchup ever. It just becomes a pure team fight monster. So the Karma becomes much less effective in terms of stopping this Gnar. And right now, like I said, Warhog and the rest of No Fear have been playing around the Gnar super well, the teleport, the team fighting prowess of the champion. So we need to see more from Recon 5's macro. I'm waiting for a fight. I know it's going to happen any second.
Yeah, this dragon's up. They're both teasing around it. Rikiri Muchagosu stepping up there. Dark Cat not quite in the position. Good cleanse coming through from Re10. Ace in the hole now in the backline. Spatial Prison goes down. Cleanse coming through. The stun onto Re10. He isn't going to be taken down quite yet, but Nuez is in a bad position here. Dark Cat doing as much as he can. His final chapter comes through to get the root down. Not quite, though, as Rikiri is able to, he goes down.
Yeah.
Nuez just takes out.
Yeah, if you're on the side of No Fear, you have to find these perfect engagements in order to not die, because they have so much both. You have things like Lux, you have things like the, Zoe.
Whoa! Zoe! Fantastic Hugh isn't going to be able to take him out to the end there, but jeez.
My goodness.
Great damage.
That's some crazy damage that you're going to put out on it. She's not even on 2 items. She has 1 item and doesn't have any magic pen. That's Ludens with a Dark Seal and Merc Treads. There's no pen on that, and she's still chunking people that heavily with the rotation. That's nuts.
That's the stuff that gives players a bit of a heart attack. Out of nowhere, you just see the Q coming at you full throttle, and suddenly you are taken down to, what was that, almost 100 health?
Yeah, something. And what's even worse also is that, like, the Yuumi, I think, jumped out to try to tank some of it with the shield, and Yuumi also was down to, like, 200.
Yuumi was taken really low as well.
It gets crazy. Like, that's 2 people. And that's the fear of this composition. Again, if you're just not able to find a pure hard engage where you can prevent these spells from kiting backwards, prevent these champions from moving away, then you're going to run into things like the bubble, like the Lux binding, all that kind of stuff, even like roots from Tanzo and Yuki Bunny's ultimate. It makes your job a lot harder if you're Nuez, if you're Warhog, because these ultimates, these engagements have to be top tier. Otherwise, you're going to lose the extended fight.
I will say, other than that, though, what you're saying there, I am surprised with the apparent trouble that Recon 5 is having through a lot of these team fights. I know a lot of that strength is coming through Warhog, especially on the Gnar right now, but they are taking quite a backseat for a team that is so accomplished as a whole.
Like I said, I think a lot of it is just this composition they've designed is difficult to play in this super hard engage. And like we said, Warhog's doing a good job. Nuez is doing a pretty decent job just trying to tank. I know he's kind of struggling, but it certainly has been decent in the fights. And then, of course, Re10, he punishes so hard.
Good Q from Boom Hunter. Final Spark going to come through with a double stun from Re10 now, as well as Glacial Prison going to be doing so much damage. Dark Cat trying to make his way out here, but the damage is chunking through. Stun is going to go down, and that does look like that's a double take. But side here, ooh, Sandillion coming through to take Rikiri back.
Yuki Bunny was trying to beat him to it with the ultimate.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, this is the whole idea though, is that Warhog, Nuez, they're able to find these things, and then as you saw there, Syndra able to start off a fight with a decent finding a double stun.
Oh, Sandillion with the Ignite, knockup comes through, Drowsy Bubble is going to be doing some damage, Q comes back, Nuez is going to be taking the chunks here, has to make his way out there.
Yeah, Yuki Re10 still in the area, not able to find that fight. Oh,
still
looking.
Just barely making its way through there. Good damage now. Re10 is going to get rooted here. The big E coming through. It's just barely ripped through by Yuka Bunny.
Well done there. They have priority on Baron. They're able to stop Nuez's back because he's still sitting, even with the Yumi just forcing heals onto him. He's not that healthy. They're pushing in mid lane. Yeah, they have plenty of priority on the Baron if they're able to sweep it out. They might actually be able to push for it with Re10 down at the moment. They're not going to. Lame.
Let's say those skill shots just barely out of range for Sandillion there.
He's trying. They're trying.
He's been trying this whole match.
Like I said, all it takes is one bubble in one fight to just completely turn the game on its head.
Other than that, though, it does not look like Baron's going to be the apparent take here. Priority is in favor of Recon, but they're not quite looking for it just yet.
Yeah, it looks like Yuki Bunny has a back. I don't know if he can finish the Trinity Force. Yeah, it just gets the components for the most part. Yeah, he's running back out. Okay, so when he's out past this spike, this massive spike of the Trinity Force Essence Reaver, he hits 40% cooldown reduction, and that means his ultimate is on an insanely low cooldown, as is the the Hawk Shot. So that's super beneficial for this team. Right now, without the Trinity Force completed, he's sitting on, I think, 30% cooldown reduction. Maybe no, he's at 40 right now. That gives him a 54-second Enchanted Crystal Arrow, if my math is right. But super effective in a lot of these fights. He's gonna have it up at least once a fight, sometimes twice a fight if it goes long enough.
Not quite in the Trinity, though, just yet. Yuki Bunny looking to pick up that last 333 gold to finish that out, I assume. Sandillion, the bubble is going to be going down. Recon 10, oh, not quite. He has gotten out there, but Final Spark is going to be doing a ton of chunking damage. Re10 gets out just barely. Now Sandillion looking just a little too far forward there. Warhog, teleport. Root coming through, he's taken extremely low, and he's going to get taken down by Sandillion just before he goes down as well.
Really good teleport. I love the idea from Warhog, because if he's able to get out there.
Look at this. Nuez almost making an attack launched up there. Oh, sorry, just barely. Actually, Rikiri going to take a big chunk of damage.